Tuned into the Shadowsphere. Welcome to the Shadowsphere, where the whispered truth comes in loud and clear. Laugh in the dark as the clues appear. Yeah, we shine that light in the Shadowsphere.
Thanks for tuning in and welcome to the Shadowsphere. Scals, hit record.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Shadowsphere. This is episode 11 of the Deathmatch Wrestling Interviews. Today, my guest does not need an intro, but I'm going to give it to him anyways. He is the Danger Machine. He is the friend of the show. He's a friend of myself. He's a friend of Scouts. He's a friend of everybody's. He is Rush motherfucking Rancid. What is going on, my guy?
What's going on, dude? I was trying to get him to do the pose, but he doesn't like it, so.
Just throw up the pause. We'll be good.
He's
so,
good,
man,
he's fat.
It's been a minute. You've been on the show multiple times across the board, been on the network. How's life been? Where's it taking you, man? Where's wrestling going?
Life's been grand, dude. Wrestling's been going grand, too. Making confidence content still make comedy stuff as well. Just like, you know, few and far between, doing all that stuff. But yeah, it's working away on those tanks. You?
Man, I've been, it's been a crazy year, taking that year off and coming back and doing this now, in part thanks to Canadian Deathmatch. I seen you at the Crazy 8, which was great to see you in person, man. We virtually chatted many times, but it was really great to see you. And
yeah,
man, that card was, I wish you were on it, but man, that was my first actual in-person introduction to Deathmatch, and it was fucking phenomenal.
It was a pretty fucking crazy show. I really enjoyed it too. So I don't really go to fucking shows as fan anymore, right? And I just watch it. I'm like, this is fucking dope, yeah.
Right. I seen you sitting up on the stage and mowing down on something or sipping on something, and I was like, hey man, come see me.
Or Diet Coke and some kind of whatever was that catering, yeah.
Man, I love all the confidence stuff you're posting on Instagram, and you're being so uplifting and just being authentically you. And I think a lot of people don't understand that's authentically you. You're not just putting on a show for people. And
no.
There's days I might not like it all the time, but there's days where I watch it and it really helps me get through a day, man. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, because sometimes you don't like when you get challenged, and it's like, shut the fuck up, Patrick. But I get it. Like, I don't like getting challenged either, but now I just accept it and do it, you know?
Dude, there's been a few in the recent month or so that have resonated with me, and I'm like, fuck off. It's like it hits that bone, right? And it's like, but over the last year, me and you have had countless conversations, very candid conversations, very not like this where it's public, but you've really been a rock when I needed it at times, even if it's just a little conversation of hey, how are you? It's been very helpful during this last year transitioning back into the podcasting.
I appreciate that, dude. I just actually genuinely want to help people because I'll just come out and fucking say it. Like, I've tried to kill myself fucking 3 times. I used to swim in a pool of fucking alcohol and just drink all the time and fucking have really disgusting apartments. Like when I was living in Sudbury, there was like maggots in the sink and fucking cat piss everywhere. It just smelled really bad. It was just garbage fucking filth. It was a lot, you know what I mean? But it just, because I was being unkept, I was very depressed. I just didn't fucking care because I was living with other people too, but I just stayed in my room all the time. But my room was fucking gross as well. Smoked cigarettes constantly in there. It was like hot box tobacco. It was just like, yeah, man. Now I don't like fucking do any of that type of shit anymore. Like I smoke cigars, but that's probably the furthest thing I do now. I barely even fucking smoke any weed, and I'll have like an oil called Rick Simpson oil sometimes, and then I like the occasional beer or whiskey, and then, you know, just stop whenever you're feeling it. You're like, whoa, you got to calm down. I practice a thing called harm reduction, and I know lots of people might have a hard time with that, and that's just them. But me, it's like, no, I've learned to control myself because I don't feel I need something to like not feel the joys of life anymore. You know what I mean? I just think some things enhance it sometimes. It's like, oh, we're having a get together, you know, have a few drinks. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, you know? No, that's it, right? And a lot of people struggle with that, right? But that's their devices to figure out, right? It's not mine or yours. But
everybody's got their own way of moving, and everyone's got their own way of thinking and their pace, and it's just that all just has to be respected. And with this whole confidence coaching thing too, it's like I'm not posting these things to be like I know more than you, I'm better than you, or anything. It's because these are hardships I've faced, and then if you can relate with that, then it's like you can do it too. I'm just a fucking dude from North Bay. I didn't know I was gonna be fucking born here. I didn't know that I was gonna become a fucking wrestler and a fucking actor and this confidence coach thing and start making money offline by writing ebooks. I didn't know I was going to do all this shit. I just chose to, you know?
And, like, I reached out to you not too long ago. A friend of mine wants to do the same kind of thing as you do, but he wants to publish like some horror stories that he's got going on and other stories that he's writing. But that's a testament to who you are. You're not gatekeeping these things. You're giving me willingly information because you want to see everybody succeed. And I think that's a value that's very undervalued nowadays, is people who genuinely want to see each other succeed. And it sucks because at some point in time and wherever, the galaxies or the universe, we lost our way in that sense. Like for me personally, I see what you're doing. And if I can help by liking something or sharing it out just to promote you, I'm there for it, because I want to see you eat, man. And I want to see you thrive and succeed. Just like none of you have to be on my show, but here, every one of you are giving me time of day. And like, that's showing me, hey, we believe in what you're doing. I believe in what you're doing. Let's make it work and put it out there.
100%. And also it's just like, anytime I see people that I enjoy's post or people from the locker room or anything like that, I just like and repost it so other people fucking see it. I want everyone to win. Like that's because I want to win. I'm not threatened by anyone's success or where they're going or what they're doing. Good for them. Like they're getting over a certain way. Good. I'm going to try and get you more over. Like what the fuck is it a threat to me for? I know where I'm going and what I do and what I make my characters represent. Especially fucking Rancid. Like I know what he's all about and I know how to never draw away from that. It's like he believes in what he does so much. It's just like, nope, that's him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like I said, that's a very undervalued value now. Is people are so afraid that, if I like this is going to hurt this. It doesn't. Your success has nothing to do with Russia's success. It has nothing to do with that YouTuber that you like success. Work out what you're going to do and drive it home. That's what you got to do. Make the content for you, but enjoy making content for people as well.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Put other people over, try and help them all out. That's my final message with that one.
And that's exactly what I'm trying to do here. Like I am by no means this big time podcaster or whatever. I'm a little guy in a big pond, but I'm here because of Canadian Deathmatch putting on a whole season of Canadian Deathmatch or just Deathmatch in general wrestlers to help put them to an audience maybe they haven't seen before.
Yeah.
And I want to see everybody succeed.
Ooh,
and
the scary deathmatch wrestlers. Oh God.
you know, like mind blowing, right? Like guys, I take my kids to this show. Like, it's not that bad. Go live a little.
Like the children's eyes. Too much blood.
Well, maybe cover the children's eyes because there's glass flying everywhere.
But... glass, yeah. Maybe bring your goggles. Like, there's gonna be blood. Like you should know this.
It ain't no different than cutting yourself at home.
You're a doctor or a floor planner, but you know there's gonna be a lot of blood at these ones.
But man, it's great to see you. It's great to have a conversation with you. I love seeing, like I said, I love seeing you at the. You know, I was able to meet your tag team partner on June 20th, Hardcore.
Shout out to Hardcore.
I was finally able to meet him in person and like finally put the face online, but like the face to face was such a genuine experience.
Yeah, he's a great dude. I really enjoyed having my second death match of all time against him. It was fun, and I was watching him before I even wrestled, so you know, I think that's pretty fucking cool. Like I saw his stuff like before I got him into a ring, and then he starts coming over the border to come fucking wrestle here. I'm like, dude, that's sick. Yeah.
I might be missing something, but you guys tag team is called the Life Dealers, correct?
The Life Dealers? Fuck life. It's the Death Dealers. That's what it is. It's the Death Dealers.
Listen. Like I said, I might be dumb here. So
yeah, we deliver life, just banging sluts.
maybe I think I saw it a different way, but that's just me being dumb. No, but the Death Dealers. Excuse me. I'm
okay, man. It's actually a Slaughter song it's called Death Dealer, and I think that's like a perfect like entrance theme. It's like a thrash metal band from Canada, somewhere. I think it's Winnipeg.
Okay.
They're fucking dope.
Now, last time we talked, you're on Spotlight with Shadow. We've done other conversations. What have you been up to in the wrestling scene? Like, I know you've been with Canadian Deathmatch here and there. You're gone to other promotions, I believe. Project X is one of them, maybe?
No, I've never went to Project X. I went for CWE. I did the CW tour back in March. I will be on the CWE tour as this airs. And I'm doing things with Hybrid Championship Wrestling, and I love it there. The promoter's such a gem. Yeah, I've done things for New Beginnings as well, and another little small one called OEW. I did a small little thing with them. Sharp Wrestling I've done. And I think there's a couple more, but can't think of them right now. So Northland, for sure, I did Northland a shitload. Like, that was my starting ground for sure.
Right, and from what I can see and what I saw, you've become, and take this as you will, it's not meant to come off ignorantly. You've become bigger than Northland, and people are reaching out and seeing you do what you do, and you've become over, whether it be a heel or a face. You've got yourself over, man, and that's huge, especially in the indie scene.
I super appreciate that, dude. 100%. I was in my training facility for a long time, and I just want to do deathmatch, and I enjoy that storytelling. I like the violent storytelling. I've always been a giant horror fan. I've always loved death metal and violence and gore and stuff like that, and not in like a sense where it's like I'm gonna go out and do it to people. It's just fascinating, that side of life. And that's always stuck with me, even though I do the confidence thing and say be authentic and love, care, peace, and strength and all that stuff that I usually say. But like, it's just, there's a part of me where it's just like, I fucking love the Tournament of Death things in Japan that Terry Funk and fucking Mick Foley had, or Cactus Jack, sorry. Like, those things were great. Stuff with Terry Gordy back then too. Like, him versus Cactus Jack's crazy. It's like fucking Bruiser Brody and all them, like Onita, FMW, like those things, fuck, dude. Like, I was like intrigued as a child, intrigued as a teenager watching that shit growing up. Like, I'd watch the WWE and stuff, but like on the weekend, I'd go down to like the fucking CD store when they had DVDs, and I'd go see if there's a cheap deathmatch DVD, and they're like $11, and I'm like, cool. I got this one called West Coast Warfare, and like there's a deathmatch wrestler there named Lone Star. There was Homeless Jimmy, and then Supreme, rest in peace, he passed away. Toby Klein, like, yeah, dude, it was packed. It's a sick DVD. I got a bunch of other ones that are just laying around.
Now, I know you mentioned Bruiser Brody in there, and I believe from your neck of the woods, there's some lore when it comes to him up there.
Lore in North Bay, you mean?
Yeah, no, maybe not North Bay, but I know he is infamous to do something up in Sudbury. If I correct, Bruiser Brody did some.
I think I've heard about that, but I don't know the whole story. But he's always scared the crowds, man. Like, he whipped that chain around and like walked into the bleachers. Like, in Japan, they'd scatter like fucking. It was Godzilla coming at them. It's dope. There's clips of it online.
Now, I'm not insulting you when I ask this, or meaning to insult you. Is Russ Rancid going to be continue to be the person you're going to become, or are you going to become just Rancid? You can become just Rush. Like, is there?
I'm fucking insulted.
Oh well.
No, I'm just joking. Rush is just. He just calls himself Rush Rancid. It rolls off the tongue. He is who he is, and he's not going to change. He doesn't care if you make fun of him for being in the alleyway. He doesn't care if you fucking make fun of him for drinking a drink out of the dumpster. He doesn't care that he gets his shirts out of the dumpsters or makes his own merch and accuses you of stealing it. That's just how he's going to be, whether he's a good guy or a bad guy. He's just Rush. Is like the lore that I made about him is when he's on his meds, he's kind of more of an asshole. And when he's off them, he's a lot more fucking fun.
With that being said, like, you've gone over where you've worked in the last year since we've last spoke on the shows and stuff. Yeah. Are you finding it any bit of a struggle now turning off Rush to Patrick and Patrick to Rush, or is it just Patrick now up to like 11?
No, I leave everything in the ring when it comes to Rush, because I know acting and stuff too. It's like I've done a handful of roles, and I played one on Letterkenny for a long time, as everyone fucking knows. And it didn't become like a personality of mine or whatever. Maybe there's some things when I'm like maybe getting emotional or certain things like that, you might be like, oh, there's a little bit of rush coming out there. But I've only heard that from a few people. So
you'd say maybe the acting helps with channeling who's who and what is what.
Yeah, because you just have to it's just character work, and you just go into a character and you think about them like, well, what would they do in that situation? And I just know Rush Rancid really well because it's the old me, but like just amplified and just kind of worse. Like if I did it over the top and didn't care about consequences, I'd be in jail for sure. But I knew consequences back then. And I'm like, yeah, probably shouldn't do that in public, you know?
Oh, that's perfectly fair. Over the course of these last 10 episodes or 11 episodes, I've been saying to people, when it comes to Canadian deathmatch, they're changing the scene in Ontario. They're changing the way independent bookers are looking at you guys, for instance.
They really are.
They're making waves quietly, loudly, depending how you want to look at it. But they're changing the game when it comes to indie wrestling in Ontario. I don't know if you feel that same sentiment or you're seeing an uptick in talent coming up this way now, but I feel, and this is not even me being biased, this is just what I see. I feel like they're changing the game.
Oh, no, I definitely agree with that. When we did Crazy 8-1, like the reception for that was nuts. And then even at New Noise, like I think me and Hardcore started off the show and they were fucking hot afterwards. They were just like, we want blood. We want blood. There's a certain niche audience that really enjoys this type of shit. And like, of course there's still wrestling in it and there's everything too, but it's just the violence is just up the volume. It's like to a 12, like out of 10, you know what I mean? And just there's blood and gore, but there's stories behind all that stuff. People like to just look at deathmatch or hardcore wrestling and then be like, oh, they're just hitting each other with furniture and stuff. And it's like, it's more than that if you really kind of looked at it. If you really took your time to watch the storylines, because I've watched tons of deathmatch things in different promotions like CZW growing up and everything like that, and there were stories. And there are actually some of the WWE superstars that started there too. So shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? It's all art.
No, it is. But it doesn't even matter how you look at it, right? Art is art, and life imitates art at times.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know how you personally feel when it comes to the New Noise Volume 4 coming up June 20th at the iconic Sneaky D's venue. It's literally one of the most iconic buildings in Toronto to date, and it's never really changed its core face. It's been what it has been. It really just is that place. How do you feel knowing you're going in there to wrestle?
I'm absolutely stoked about it because I love no ring wrestling and it's going to be my second one that I've ever done. I like that I actually got into this deathmatch scene and now I'm starting to like go on cards with guys and gals that I watched growing up. For example, like Tara Zepp. And I guess he wants to fucking be in the show again. And like Casanova Valentine, it's so amazing that they're coming in there and everything like that. Even JB Anderson too. Like, fuck, I'm a fan of his work as well. I'm excited. And yeah, I'd like to just go there and show what the fuck I got and everything and make that crowd fucking come for what they want. Tell a good story out there.
I'm still very much new to a lot of this scene. Like I said, I've watched clips, I've watched videos, I've watched in person now, but having Valentine coming out on the 20th is a huge deal.
Yeah,
especially for the company and the fans. Like that's huge.
I love Casanova Valentine. I've watched his work for a long time. I liked how he came into Hollywood, made Hollywood casts. He does all this different stuff. He's got good ideas, and he's taken some pretty fucking crazy bumps too. So mad respect and mad excitement too.
So now that you've been deathmatch wrestling for over a year, what's the most favorite thing you've gotten to do, and what's the least favorite thing you've gotten to do?
I don't think I have a least favorite thing, man. I kind of like it all. Okay. I don't care. I know the drill when it comes to wrestling. It's just going out there and just listening to that crowd and like being covered in your own blood is like fucking. It makes you feel immortal almost.
Let me reframe it. What's the least favorite thing you've gotten hit with, and what's the favorite thing you've hit somebody with?
Oh, okay, that.
I'll reframe it because I see that what I did there.
I do like barbed wire chairs. Those are fun to swing.
Jesus Christ.
And I like taking gusset plates as well. They burn like fuck afterwards, but I really do enjoy them because you just leak. Like you're almost blinded by your blood. That's fucking metal as shit.
Y'all are
And yeah, I don't know. I haven't done too much light tubes. I've done one spot and it wasn't that bad at all. I'm hungry for more now, so
okay.
Probably end up doing a glass match or a Taipei death match or something. Because I watched Ian Rotten and Axel Rotten do that. I'm like, I should do a Taipei one day. Rearrange your face.
Well, it's not going to be mine, so that's fine.
You'll just be eating popcorn and watching.
Yeah. You were a fan at Crazy 8 in April there. No disrespect to anybody on that card, and I've got a couple friends on that card. And maybe it is what it is, but my match of the night was the opening match. It was Brandon's St. James versus Tyler Arrow. That match stole the show right from the hop.
Well, they fucking got the crowd exactly what the fuck they're in for sure. That one, Jesus Christ.
That was my introduction to live deathmatch.
I'm beyond proud of both those boys for doing that. That was a fucking hell of a show.
That ladder spot was
insane.
Those two.
It went all over the internet too. So like, yeah, CDM's getting the fuck on the map, and I'm proud of Sean, Dylan, and Maddie so bad. Like big fucking time. Good job, boys. If you're watching, I forget my rights and lefts are fucking different on this thing. It's funny.
Good. But no, they're making noise, and it's been fun being on the ground level, watching everything and coming up. It's been an experience in its own. Not very often you get to look at something and be like, "Hey, I've been there since the beginning." And especially in today's world, it's huge.
Yeah, it really is.
Going forward over the summer, what do you got planned? What do you got traveling wise? You wrestling? What are you doing, man?
So like there's the New Noise Volume 4. I'll be coming off a CWE tour before that, and then I got Hybrid before that as well. I have something, I forget the promotion's name, in July, and then I have another one in August so far. I'm open for a lot more bookings too, but I'm still reaching out to people to see if I can get some more dates like in the more nearer future instead of way out at the end of summer.
Fair enough. You looking at any Patrick time, just vacationing anywhere, or taking some meditation circles elsewhere other than home?
Oh, I do all that type of stuff on my own things. Like I attend webinars. I go to different places for like success things, and like in Toronto or whatever, and coaching lessons. I was trying to get the right word there. Brain was like, Yeah, just acting stuff, like just improving the craft until you get auditions. And then once you nail auditions and you go and work and just keep improving your craft. That's pretty much all I'm going to do. And take time for myself, of course, like I always do.
So when you're taking your time to yourself, other than maybe cranking one out, what are you doing for fun?
Yeah, I kind of don't really do that anymore either, man. You gotta save that shit, you know? You gotta save that shit. I find it gives you more energy when you're not drinking it all the time. You know what I mean?
Probably. I mean, that seems
but I go skateboarding. I like to go to the park and skate. Or just skate around. Sometimes I'll go out and I'll go to the strip club. That's really fun. Or I'll just go and to a bar or go to like pool, go bowling.
Now, I don't think I've ever asked you this before, and maybe I have, but I don't remember. Being the fact, especially being where you live, and being a fact that you've been on as many seasons of Letterkenny as possible, are you still recognized as, the skid, or are you just now everybody's like, oh, hey, it's Pat?
Well, there's some people who recognize me as Rush, and then other people as Patrick or Plywood, and then, from Letterkenny too. I was actually working last week, and I was working with a guy, and he kept staring at me weird, and I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on with this guy? And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot him on TV. And then the guy we were working for started talking about Shoresy and Letterkenny, because he said he watched Shoresy and thinks it's funny. And I was like, oh, I worked on that show, man. And he's just like, oh, you ever see Letterkenny? I'm like, a bitch, I'm on it. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I'm that tall skid. And he took his glasses off and looked at me. He's like, holy fuck, it is you. And then the worker just goes, oh, that's where you're from. I'm like, oh, I just thought you watched a lot of porn. But I think everything got taken off the internet. I asked AI if it could, and yeah, no, I don't have any more of my porn clips on fucking line. So yeah, don't go searching for those.
I mean, it's the internet. It's always there, guys. If you really desperately want, I'm sure you could find it.
Yeah. Or am I putting you on a wild goose chase? Who knows? Am I working you, or is it true? I'm gonna think about this for a minute.
I, for one, will not be looking into this. So, do you?
I advise you don't.
I've already seen Rush half naked, and that was already enough for me. So,
I've seen myself fully naked, and I get scared. So it's all good.
Yeah, me too, my guy. Me too.
Yeah.
So, like, all this confidence boosting life journey stuff, man. Like, what drove you to actually do it? You just wanted to see a change in people, or this is just helping you get through stuff as well, and you're just relaying these messages?
There's that. But I would have never got on the whole confidence thing if I didn't date a girl who sadly passed away in 2022. But I dated her, and then there's a time where we were living in Sudbury, and then we moved back here, and then I was just really a mess. And she told me that I was just kind of scaring her with how I'm acting and going off with my alcoholism and all that junk at the time. And I took a really hard look in the mirror, like she asked me to. And then I was starting to do mental health, like for her, to show her that, you know, that's for the wrong reason, obviously. And I started doing all that for her type thing. And then I started actually like really liking it because I started thinking of new things that weren't there before. And they were like kind of good for me. So then the more that I went down the mental health rabbit hole, the more I got into like a bunch of different success coaches and different like subconscious mind reprogramming and laws of the universe and stuff like that. And it's all what religion talks about too. Like, you know, everything goes to the same thing. It's just all told in a different fucking way. And it all comes down to like the law of polarity and the law of divine oneness and the law of like, you know, cause and effect, just stuff like that, for example. Because there's no human being that really can outrun that. We're all kind of governed by it. Like there's opposites of hot and cold, and you can't beat those things. You know what I mean? It's just either one or the other. Or the like as above, so below. Whatever's going on inside you is going to come out. Like law of correspondence. Like divine oneness is we're all one, including nature and everything like that. Like everything that happens is a ripple effect in the whole tide. It's just shit we can't see, but everyone's going to call them, like, not everyone, sorry, but there's people who call me some spiritual woo-woo frequency fucking Dumbo and shit, but I don't care what they think. They'll just keep getting the same results that they keep getting, and they wonder why. That's all. It's not my problem.
Exactly. Kind of diving back into Canadian Deathmatch, man, what's your favorite thing of working with that company so far? Like, whether it's the talent that you get to work with on the cards, you have any stories that you want to share that you can share? Because I know locker room etiquette probably doesn't let you share a lot. But yeah. Is there stuff you like? Who's your favorite to like even just be around in that locker room at times?
I like being around pretty much everybody. They're all like everyone's great in their own way. Like Wade's really funny. He's always cracking me up. Brian Samuels too makes me laugh. Kyle makes me laugh. Me and Arrow have had some good laughs. Like I just like the atmosphere in there too. Hardcore as well. Like Hardcore is such a fucking gem, and he's such a beauty and a good dude. But like, it's just so warming to go in those locker rooms. To me, I actually feel like I belong, and I've always had a struggle growing up for a long time until I was pretty much in my 30s of like belonging somewhere. And I just feel like I actually belong there, and people actually want me there. I'm not just an afterthought. I don't feel that way.
I feel that exact same way. When I showed up at Germania in Hamilton there in April, I walked in and I felt more at peace than I've ever been entering a venue in my life.
Yeah.
I felt like this is like I didn't see any of you guys at this point. This is just me showing up to the venue.
Yeah.
And I felt like, man, this is where I belong to be. This is where I need to be. This is where I belong.
Yeah.
And as the night went on, I didn't feel anxiety. I didn't feel nothing. I just felt cool, calm, and captured in the moment. I did record stuff, but a lot of the time I've missed, like, I've gone through so much footage, and I'm like, my camera's going like this because I'm just so in tune with what's happening. And that's great for someone that lives and breathes working through the internet. I'm on my phone a lot more than I should be, and I'm missing moments. But watching that live there in Germania, my phone kept just going like this, and you could see it. Not in any of the footage that I posted because I've obviously gone through it, but like I was happy to be there, man. Like, that is such a warming community.
It's same with Dylan, Sean, and Maddie. They have always made me feel so welcome every time, even when I'm just coming to support the boys and ghouls.
And that's what's up, right? Because even if you're not on the card, you're still there. You're still showing up, showing out, and just being a fan for the boys too, and girls. Excuse me. You know, I've talked to Wade, and I've said this. Arguably the best big man I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
And he moves as a guy like your size, which is crazy to me. He's doing so well, right?
He was my first deathmatch opponent.
I've heard that.
And I had a lot of fun with him. Smushed me with a barbed wire chair, but I had a lot of fun.
But we love to see that kind of stuff.
Oh, I know you guys do. And I love performing it. It doesn't bug me. Like I said earlier in this interview, like, it makes me feel kind of immortal. Like, I might say some pretty fucked up things, but like, I mean them. Like, I want that to happen during the match. Whatever the conversations I'm having, I'm like, no, bust me the fuck up, dude. Like, just put gussets all in my head. I want to be leaking everywhere. I just want blood everywhere. So I want that crowd to be like, holy fucking shit. Like, this is fucking crazy type thing.
Let me be a fanboy a little bit here for a minute. I don't know if you watched Hardcore's match. I don't know if you were out or watching from behind the curtain or what.
I watched
when he was fighting Cruz.
That's
to me, when I don't know, I know you've seen this belt a few times, but when that off the top championship was used in that match, man, I fanboyed out. Like, that was huge for me.
Yeah, because that's your belt, man. So like, and it got used in a death match. It's fucking cool.
There's a little bit of, I think, Cruz's blood on it too. So
as long as it makes you happy, dude, that's all that fucking matters. Like
everyone
else is gonna feel happiness for you, right?
It was such a cool moment, right? Coming full circle. That championship was designed as something me and Scals just wanted as a piece of our company, and I've taken it to North Bay. I've taken it to Hamilton. I've taken it to Toronto. It's been to multiple events, and to be in ring used now is just, it's so fucking cool to me.
Yeah. Oh, it's pretty dope, dude. I'm proud of you. I'm stoked for you too.
Thank you. And I'm proud of you, man. Everything you do, whether it's wrestling or life coaching or whatever it is, man. I've known you now 2 years, and you've always find a new way to inspire.
Thank you, there. I appreciate that, man.
But like, it's never a dull moment with you, and I appreciate always talking with you, because there's always some insight, or even it's some offlandish shit that you want to spill, but it's authentically you. And again, that's not something you see in today's world.
Yeah, I just like, I don't care. I already know people are going to judge me after this interview too, like watching it, but like, I'm not thinking about that. I'm just stating the fact that that's going to happen. Like, I just accepted that before even Scowls hit record, dude. Like, I don't fucking care. Like, they're only going to remember that because of some sort of thing. Me, I'll remember this because, hey, you built yourself to get on these fucking podcasts. Doesn't matter how big or small they are. Like, people are asking you to come talk about your careers and your art. That's a dream come true. Like, if I told the 8-year-old me right now that was going to happen, he'd be like, get the fuck out of here, jackass. Like, he wouldn't believe it, you know? So I appreciate every fucking moment that I get and doing all this shit.
I think that's what I'm running into a lot too, is I'm so used to being rejected in life in so many different ways. And when I have like you or Hardcore or Rusty or Sean or Dylan, anybody saying, yeah, I'll be on, it's hard for me to digest that people actually want to sit and talk with me.
Yeah, and you're getting that, dude. And also, just rejection is, your subconscious is just, it's just recording all those times, right? All you got to do is be like, well, change the meaning of the past, man, because like, you're a different person now, and you've actually got us all on here. And you were talking to me earlier that you fucking already had done some of the interviews. You've been busy as fuck with this shit, dude. So props to you. And rejection's just showing you what deadwood you shouldn't have. That's all it is.
And that's, again, it's what kept me away from all this for a year. Just so much mental strain on myself. I kept as much as I hate to admit it, I kept comparing myself to other people, and I guess it's natural, but at the same time, I knew better, but I was still doing it, and it drove me mad, and it pissed me off, and I just got to the point where I was like, "Fuck it, I'm done," and I walked away, and I left Scales hanging, and then I slowly came back around, helping with stuff behind the scenes, and then something just clicked, and Shadowsphere was born, and then I've had you to talk to, I've had other people to talk to, and now we're doing a whole series. Like, I'm here doing something that 6 months ago I was like, what am I doing?
You had to do what you had to do, dude, because we all have to learn at our own pace. That's you going at your own pace. It's not to be anything blamed. Fucking, like, that shit's all conditioning, man. Comparison is conditioning. We're all conditioned to compare because it's like some sort of ancient thing that's been generationally traded down from so many different generations because they didn't know any better. Like, mental health hasn't been talked about unless it was like the past 100 years. There wasn't a lot of mental health in 1700s and 1600s. Like, oh, feel like a pile of fucking shit today. I wonder why. Better keep scooping up this fucking horse shit and making 2 cents an hour. Like, you know, they don't know that. Now that's being talked about, we're kind of understanding our brain more. Neuroscientists and a bunch of people in labs are just like studying like, oh, well, this actually rewires in real time if you do A, B, and C. And that's why I try to tell this stuff to people, because it's like, I'd rather try to heal the earth than just be like, you know what, fuck everybody, I'm just going to try and take advantage of them and blah, blah, because when I was in my early 20s, I was like that. And that's just not cool, man. No, it's just not my life. That's not who I want to be.
Well, as we're recording this is the month of May, and it's Men's Mental Health, and when I spoke to Dylan about this, I'm not someone that has a lot of guy friends to hang out with, and I speak to a lot of people online, but like, that mental health, especially in men, we don't get to talk about it often because we're not supposed to. Well, that's the way we were taught. And
I say fuck that shit.
No, and I agree now,
Yeah.
right? Like when we were being raised to be who we are, it was, oh, stop your crying, move on. We're not crying now per se, but like we have feelings that we more recognize now.
Well, dude, there's a bunch of groups of people who make fun of it too. And some of them are from the opposing genders too and everything, saying like, yeah, men should just kill themselves. And it's like, that's such bad things to say. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's groups of people who actually genuinely believe this because of just internet culture. And it's sad to see, but like, it just shows me how fascinating the human brain is, because you can be conditioned to such a hate-filled thing that you think it's right and you justify it. And that kind of reminds me of wrestling, because that's what heels do. They'll be doing such bad things, but they'll justify it as something as like good. And it's just fascinating, but also kind of tragic and sad in my own fucking head, because I think everybody should practice mental health, especially fucking men, because you are told, like, I did a video like a few months ago. It was about fucking just like how I stopped just like not fucking keeping my emotions suppressed, because people call me a pussy, they call you a queer, they call you names because you're just trying to show empathy or something like that, or you have like affection for someone, you know what I mean? But it's like, that's how humans are. It's the playground, it's environments, it's dad, or it could be mom and dad or caretakers, and they're just bestowing that upon you, and then you solidify this shit as fact and go through your life wondering what the fuck is wrong with you, and there anything isn't anything wrong with you. You've just been taught wrong.
Exactly. And right now I have a 15-year-old, and by the time this airs, I'll have a 13-year-old. So I have 2 teenagers who are very influenced by the internet because that's the way they grew up, that's their culture, right? Yeah. And right now, we're struggling a little bit with my oldest son's mental health, a little bit, because he's now starting to regulate these feelings and figure it out. You know, he's got the hormones, but then he's got girl problems, school problems, sports problems. And so there was an incident recently around our community where a high school student, excuse me, trigger warning, this is going to get a little graphic, so I apologize in advance. If you want to fast forward about a minute, go ahead now.
Warning, getting real.
There was a high school student who lit himself on fire with gasoline. And
I've done that, but sorry, I don't mean to condone it, but I did it when I was stupid. But anyways, going on.
He lit himself on gasoline, and he's now in a coma in very critical condition. And he was bullied.
Fuck, dude.
He did it right at the school, like in front of everybody. So not only is his own mental health compromised, the students around him that witnessed this is now compromised. but it's not being talked about enough because, oh, well, they just brush it under the rug. I live in a very small knit community, and where this happens just down the road in another small knit community, and it's being talked about throughout the communities, but there's not enough mental health help for them.
Yeah, bad gas travels in a small town, man. And also,
Oh.
like, there are people who do that when they're bullied. Like, that's why there was school shootings that happened, in my own opinion. You know what I mean? Like, just people just snap because they just can't take fucking the stuff at home. Stop reflecting your bullshit on people because you think they're less than. It makes no sense.
And
Generations have never really get taught that at a young age. They gotta either have smart parents or their parents are just, fucking just whatever, rub some salt on it. Like, you know what I mean?
When it comes to me and my partner with our oldest son, we said it to all three of them that actually understand, because obviously the youngest one doesn't yet, but the three of them that cannot comprehend kind of situational things, we said, no matter what you're going through, if you need to talk, come say, hey, mom, dad, I need you to pause. Not be a mom and dad, but somebody to listen. And it'll always be a free zone for us. No matter, even if it is just mom and dad, we want them to come with anything they need to us.
Hey, give them that comfort zone. And also, like, it's like a safe word almost, being like, if I can just, when you say pause, that means we'll turn off the TV or whatever we're doing, and we're giving you our 100% undivided attention.
Yeah, and my oldest has been struggling a little bit. Like, he's gotten in trouble at school recently, and he'll text me and be like, Dad, I messed up. I'm like, okay, just tell me your side. And then obviously the school will call and we'll have a conversation there. And then I got to draw what is what from both sides. And usually, depending, I'm not going to say I bias towards his side, I'm not biased towards the school side, but I try to find that medium for both parties. And I'd be like, okay, well, this is how I see it. And sometimes my oldest son gets salty about it, and sometimes he understands. Like, and then there's the girl situation, but that's not for an on-here conversation because I don't want to expose too much of them.
No, of course, because like he's going through his own things too. Because like, fuck, that's a journey and a fucking half. A dude trying to understand the female species. That's fucking. Me and you went through it. We all went through it. If you're a dude who likes the fucking females, you're gonna go through it. That's all.
And that's what I said to him. I was like, man, don't forget, Dad was a teenager too, man. This is nothing new to me. You need some advice, come to me. And if you don't feel comfortable, go talk to Mom. Maybe she can give you that perspective that you want to see. I don't know.
Yeah.
But don't be afraid to come talk to us. And I think he's starting to come around to it, but again, he's a teenager, so they're going to do their own thing. And
you get some fear and stuff. Once you get over that fear, you just fucking love the gals. I fucking love women. They're fucking great.
My wife says I parent him too hard because he reminds me of me at that age. And I took a step back and I was like, I get it. And she's like, you got to let him make his own mistakes. I was like, it's hard.
Yeah.
Up to.
But at the same time, it's right.
No, she's right? Like,
you can't really control what the gal's gonna do, man, or how she's gonna act and everything. We're not attached to their brain stems. They go through their own things too, man. Like, we're all built different. Like, they go through all this hormonal stuff all the time. We'll never understand it. We'll never understand bearing a child. We just fucking, oh, whoops, there it comes. Or you wore a condom, you know what I mean? Or
there's the baby gravy. Enjoy. See ya.
Hanger, or, you know.
But speaking of my oldest, and you'll love this, he absolutely hates Will Carroll. He absolutely hates him.
Oh, Rancid does too. But
And
Will Carroll's he's such a fucking mind. He's a good mind.
If you'll let me, he sent me something the other day, and I thought it was hilarious, and I'll play it for you. I had him clip that where it says, Tyson, wake up, because my oldest son hates the sound of his voice. So I figured if I put that as an alarm clock, he'll love it.
I can slightly hear it. I'm like, what was that? Thanks for elaborating. That's fucking funny. Yeah.
He's like,
Bill Sterrell waking you up.
Yeah. I showed my oldest that. And he goes, why?
Why? Yeah. Oh.
But
no, Will's great.
Bringing my family and coming down to Hamilton, well, a quarter of my family, I shouldn't say my family because the two youngest didn't come along for obvious reasons. But just in taking in the afternoon with my wife and my two older boys and introducing them to something I've been aware of, but maybe not so much them, was such an experience. And it's a kudos to every one of you that do that.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, everyone
it's
was on the card, man. I was just there supporting the boys and ghouls. You know?
no, don't downplay it because we watched you wrestle live too. Like,
Yeah, I know. I've been
like
in the ring a few times.
my oldest hasn't, but my younger guy that came with us does. But my oldest, not much of a wrestling guy, but he enjoyed deathmatch. Like, he was in tune right from the beginning. He didn't move, and he moves a lot normally.
Then he might want to just like the violent type. Like that's what my old gal pal there, Cass. She didn't like wrestling, but she fucking watched deathmatch. We watched Japanese stuff, like Jun Kase stuff. She loved that.
Hardcore Luda, because I brought this up to hardcore. He's like, for him, it helps like the autistic mindset kind of just focus in on something, and it draws in. And he wasn't assuming my kid was autistic by any means, but like he was saying, like something in the brain just clicks, and you're like,
yeah, I want to watch this. Yes,
he didn't
as a
move.
neurodivergent, I get it.
He wasn't on his phone. He was really like, I'm glad he wasn't on his phone because there was lots of glass. But like,
He's immersed in the fucking show.
and I loved that.
Uh,
Oh man,
it's like a car accident where you don't want to watch, but you just can't help but not look away. You know,
it's a human demolition derby, and I fucking love it.
that's why I pretty much love it too. It's great.
Now, am I saying I'd like to get in the ring and do it? Probably not. But does a part of me want to? 100%, because I've done it in the past, like backyard wrestling. That was my thing.
That's how I started. So yeah.
Like, I don't know. Is Shadow going to make a debut eventually? Who knows? But right now, no.
Yeah, just think about it. Yeah.
I know enough
If
of
you really
guys
want it, you just go and do it. You can't give yourself these excuses like, oh, well, I'm not good enough yet, and I got to get in shape first, blah, blah. You get in shape and do all that stuff while you go there. You just have to make the decision that you want to wrestle.
Listen, and again, this isn't a shot at Wade. He's a beautiful human being. You look at guys like Wade, and you know you don't need to be a certain shape to do this fucking thing.
No, Wade's fucking so comfortable with himself. That's why I got so much respect for that dude, because like he just doesn't give a fuck. He's authentic himself.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Like, I don't give a fuck what you think of me. He'll go out there and be like, "Ooh, titties!" Like he doesn't give a fuck. Like that's what's great about him.
Tit City, bro. Tit City. Yeah.
That's great. Fucking laugh really
What's the milk?
Tit City.
$5 after the show, you can motorboat Wade. Apparently, keep it in mind. Don't tell him Rush said that, not Shadow.
No, I did it for free. Hey yo.
But like, honestly, it's something that's in the back of my mind. Now, again, there's nothing stopping me from doing it. It's just something I got to think about, right? I'm 35 now, just turned 35. So,
yeah, I'm getting there too, man. I'm fucking 37 in August, so
you're just an old timer. It's fine.
I know. When you get my cane and my applesauce, gotta take my fucking cholesterol pill and my insulin.
It won't be Rush Rancid anymore. It'll be Slow Rancid eventually.
Like Gush Rancid.
Gush Rancid.
Gush Gancid. Gush Rancid.
Rancid Gush. There you go. There's your old timer name. Rancid Gush. Man.
That sounds a little bit more sexual, like a fucking porn star name, but you know, maybe I might use that down the line. Just take some Viagra, go down a different career path, you know? Or did I already do it? So we talked about this earlier.
Fuck me. Anyway, it's never a dull moment with you, and I appreciate you always being game to sit on the show, man. I know.
Well, I just like entertaining. It's fun.
I think when we were talking about booking the show, I think that's the first time you've ever had to reschedule on me, and just because of commitments.
Yeah, I was auditioning for a film that night. It was a big role. It's like 10 pages of dialogue. So
I'm so proud of you, man. You go and doing your thing, right? Like,
well, those come up, and they can come up at any fucking time. So it's like, oh, dude, I got to do that. That's fucking 100%. Big. Because I read the breakdown, and I'm like, yeah, we're doing that for sure.
And I never took it as a slight. You know, things happen. I understand, like just like anybody else that I have on the card here.
I barely ever turned down roles, but if it was a role where it's just like it doesn't fit me at all, like I tell my agent, "No, I'm good. Like I don't need that."
But no, Pat, I am extremely proud of everything and of what you're doing. And over the last 2 years of knowing you, man, just watching you excel as a person.
I appreciate it.
You're someone I would trust around my kids, and that's not something I take lightly when it comes to people I know.
Yeah, like I end up just being their buddies, man, every time.
And I hope down the line that there's more that, well, I don't hope, I know there will be, that when we get down the line and do more of this together, whether it's this or I'm actually in an arena with you doing it, we're gonna do it again.
Yeah, of course, dude. Fuck yeah.
My inhibitions don't stop at a podcast, man. I have so much more that I want to do that I'm not putting out publicly to the universe because this is how I want to do it. And it's in my mind, and that's where it's going. And right now, this is the first step towards it. So,
well, respect in gets respect out for me, dude. So as long as that doesn't get crossed or any boundaries get broken, like fuck, I'm there. You know what I mean?
I don't think I've ever given you a reason, and I don't plan to give you a reason, man. You're a genuine human being who will literally give you the shirt off your back to the person. And again, that's another value that's not seen in today's world, man. You possess a value that most people just can't fathom anymore.
Yeah, I've lost a lot of sweaters.
Most of us have at this point. Let's be real.
Yeah, you get those girls that come over and then they take them back. And I'm like, where the fuck's my massacre sweater? Oh, fuck, she has it. I don't think I'm ever going to see her again. I didn't get her number. Like,
oh, man, that reminds me of this girl that I used to date before I met my partner. She took a pair of my pajama pants, and I never got them back, and they were my favorite pair of pajama pants, bro.
It sucks, right? Yeah, I lost shirts, and I had a Suffocation Souls to Deny shirt. Don't know where the fuck that went. I think I gave it to one of my gal pals. Because I've had gal pals that are like, ooh, fun, and then other ones that are like, we're just totally platonic. And I think it was some of my platonic ones took my fucking shirts too. I'm like, do you still have this? Like,
I look at my closet, and my wife has a majority of my shirts in her section of the closet, so.
Yeah. Because I don't know, they just like oversized things. I wear an extra large or like a large.
I'm a big boy. She's a tiny woman, so you could just.
Yeah. I don't think I've never really been with a lot of tall gals. One, that was probably about it. Yeah, she's like 5'11". The rest of them have been like super short, and they just look like fucking. The shirt's like this big compared to them. They get lost in there. I'm like, oh god, it's a tent. Fuck. Yeah.
Right. Where'd I get out? No, but what I'm hoping to get from you to add to my nice collection of shirts, but I don't want a shirt from you. I want a sweater because I need more sweaters. I need a Rush Rancid sweater, man.
I think there's some on the merch store that I have, but I might just start making them myself. I kind of want to make one with two different graphics, like one for the crest type thing, and then something for the back. Yeah,
I put like
maybe HD for life or something. I don't know. Or what else do I say? Winning Salutation Sluts. I gotta put that on a shirt because that's fucking great. I love that.
On the front, it just says, "Do you feel that?" And then on the back, it says, "Feel the rush."
Yeah.
Like stuff like that, man. And like I don't know, but I'm excited to come and watch you perform again soon. It's been a minute since I have. I mean, I've seen you, but I'm excited to come watch you wrestle and see how much more skill you picked up along the way since.
Yeah, I feel that every time I do something new in the ring, or if I just go on a tour or anything, I just learn a shitload. Like when I was doing CWE back in March, and this past June and everything too, learned a fucking shitload. You know what I mean?
The CWE tour that you're coming up on, that's the one with EC3 on it, correct?
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. The one in June. I just said it in past tense for some reason.
No, you're
but no, that should be fun. And I've got to do seminars anytime they've come through, whether I was on the shows or not. And I've learned a shitload from like Austin Aries, Brian Kendrick, Trent Seven. That was a little bit earlier in the CWE tours, but like I love just going and learning more about wrestling and then seeing how people's, I don't know, journey through it kind of is, because everyone kind of teaches it differently. And you can pick their brains about certain things that they've been around where it's like you're more interested in because they've done it. Like one time Trent Seven was doing one of his seminars. I went to two of them before, and he started talking about who's a backyarder. I was the only one that raised my hand, and we talked about it for like 10 minutes.
So that's amazing, but I have some homework for you now.
Homework? Oh man, fuck.
Only because you mentioned this name, Austin Aries.
Yeah.
If you go onto our channel and you go to career retrospectives, of our playlists on Off the Top Media, we did a career retrospective of the rise and fall of Austin Aries. I would like you to watch it and listen to our takes on it, and then knowing what you know about him, tell me how much of it is actually true.
That sounds like a good project to do for a Tuesday night or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's something I'm just curious to someone that's actually been on the card with him versus two guys doing it that have never been around the guy.
Honestly, as a dude, fucking gem of a human being.
I've heard the opposite, right? I've heard he's a real piece of shit.
This man helped fucking tear down and set up the ring with us. Fuck that. He is not. Nope. I don't care what anyone else says. You probably caught him on a bad day or something like that. This is just me and everybody else who talks about it.
Yeah.
My experience, Patrick, Rush, Rancid, Plywood, McNeil's experience with Austin Aries was fucking amazing. He took pictures with me too. And then I was not doing the crazy face for one of them. And then he did my like that. And I was like pointing at him like, why were we both doing a crazy face? Fuck sakes, Patrick. Because I was just leaving the Sioux. And I was like, I gotta get a picture with Austin before he peaced out because it was like a fucking 7-hour drive back home.
My devil's advocate to that. He's a genuine dude. Could the rise from fame, in a sense, caused him to actually level out?
I don't know. I never asked him that question, but I did learn a lot from the man.
Listen, I loved it. I'd love to chat with him. And I will tell him I called him a piece of shit because I don't hide how I feel and change my opinion on you.
You're kind of going to air this too, so it's already there. And also, like, there's people chanting in the crowds. Like, I remember my dad yelled at him something. He's like, "You're past your prime." And then Aries looked my dad dead in his eye and went, "At least I had one." And then he just keeps beating up Tommy. It was fucking funny.
But that's the thing, right? I am quite quintessential Mark when it comes to wrestling. And that's, I'm sure, what he would call me.
Yeah.
And that's no disrespect to him. I just have my judgment based off what I've seen him do.
Little Mark, go back to your internet. Yeah, that's all they'd say.
What I've read, what I've read about him. But like the one guy that I will never forgive when it comes to I could forgive Aries if I do more research and learn more. But one guy I cannot forgive is Marty Scurll. I will not and cannot, just because of what I know he did.
I don't know much about him, but I've heard some stuff, so I have no comment. I have no tolerance.
No shit talking at all, just opinion-based internet.
There's just certain things I don't have tolerances for. That's all.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Listen, Rush, I fucking love you. And it hasn't felt like an hour, but we're hitting an hour. And I love when these conversations never feel like an hour.
Yeah, it's like 4 minutes to an hour, I think. Just,
like
my ears deceiving me.
No, you are genuinely.
I appreciate the kind words too, man. Thank you.
I genuinely love talking to you, man. Whether it's picking your brain about mental health or wrestling or just life, it's always a pleasure.
I appreciate that, dude.
I cannot wait to see you in person here shortly. And everybody, if you're not already, make sure you're following all his social medias because he is uplifting. He is crazy. He is that motherfucking guy. He is Russ Rancid, and he deserves all the love that he can get. Make sure you're buying his merch. Make sure you're supporting him. Make sure you're cheering him or booing him. Just make sure you're fucking doing something when it comes to him.
And I appreciate everybody who does and doesn't. I'm always going to have to do it for myself and hear my butt cheeks clapping behind me while I fucking do my runs. So,
with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, again, shout out to Canadian Deathmatch Wrestling for making this possible.
Love you, Sean. Love you, Matt. Love you, Dell.
Shout out to Rush.
Billy the Janitor. I love Billy the Deathmatch Janitor.
Shout out to Rush. Shout out to everybody that's been a part of this so far and is going to be a part of it in the future. And everybody watching this, thank you for tuning in to the Shadowsphere, making this become what it is. And thank you for accepting me back into the fold of the podcasting world. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of Welcome to the Shadowsphere. Good night.
Pure peace and love, everyone. Woo!
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.